Hi, my name is Elaine. This is Elaine's XYZ, a vlog that's currently about Bengaluru. Oh god, the sun is really bright at this point in time. So back at the beginning of summer, I actually started my travels around the world in Bangalore. It was my first time in India, and a friend from grad school, Nitin, acted as a fantastic guide and peppered in so much information and amazing context that I am a little ashamed that it's taken me this long to release a video about it. Unfortunately, I was a recording newbie. I still am a recording newbie, but that was my first time trying to do any of this stuff, and it resulted in quality like this. So, do you call it Bangalore or do you call it Bengaluru?
Sure. Bangalore has been the anglicized version of Bengaluru. Bengaluru is fried crabs, lentils, right? So, one of the kings, I think, when he was touring, somebody gave him some fried crabs here as he passed through Bangalore. So, it became
the place.
The city of fried crabs,
Okay.
which became Bangalore once we were taken over by the imperialists. Right?
So it took a while for me to figure out what I could actually save from the video and audio footage that I had recorded. As you can tell from that one clip, one thing that Nithin was really emphasizing, and one thing that I really enjoyed about India, was its food. And so that's how I've chosen to structure this video. That's right, we're doing another Eating Like a Local for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in Bengaluru. A little bit more context about the city besides that it was named after fried lentils. Nestled in Karnataka in southern India, where it sits as the capital, it's got a multi-ethnic, multi-religious blend of 10 million people. Like a lot of the bigger cities in India, British colonialism has left an indelible mark on both the culture and the architecture. And Bangalore especially has those vestiges, considering it was part of the British Indian Empire for almost 150 years. The remix of cultures creates something really cool aesthetically, like the Vidana Sudha, the seat of power, and a gorgeous mix of Victorian, Indo-Saracenic, and Dravidian styles. In recent years, Bengaluru has become known as the South Indian Silicon Valley, with young go-getters flocking from all over for IT and coding and engineering jobs here. It's been blessed by a very mild climate compared to the rest of the subcontinent, something I was very thankful for since North India was boiling away that summer. I hope that gives you an idea of the city, because now we get to the fun eating part, starting with breakfast. We're beginning early in the area known generally as Mahatma Gandhi, aka MG Road, one of the more popular shopping and walking neighborhoods in the city. Nestled in a complex on Church Street, which also houses one of the best pizza places in Bengaluru, you'll find Indian Coffee House. The coffee house is part of a restaurant chain that has its roots in a workers' cooperative society and remains largely unchanged in decor since the 1950s. The typical breakfast set includes an egg dish, snacks like medu vada, this black lentil donut fritter you eat with sambar sauce, and of course, a coffee. And it's super cheap here, coming in at less than 200 rupees per person. For lunch, we've got two very famous options with two very different vibes. Starting with Koshi's, since that's near MG Road too. Koshi's on St. Mark's is considered one of the most iconic restaurants in Bengaluru. It's actually kind of three food destinations in one. There's the original bakery, started in 1940, the more casual cafeteria-style Parade Cafe, and the air-conditioned, waistcoat-waitered, home of the literati part called Jewel Box. The menu of Jewel Box is actually a big mix of all foods from around the subcontinent and British favorites like fish and chips and, chicken cordon bleu. I was craving lamb that day, so I got a lamb jalfrezi and a biryani, both of which are not actually South Indian foods. But not to worry, we're going back into local territory with our next stop. Hey, I'm here with Nathan, who's taking me to MTR, which is a Bangalore institution. What does MTR stand for? And it's been around since the 1924. Mavali Tiffin Room is fully vegetarian, super cheap, and so popular that its waiting hall kind of resembles a train station. You're seated in large groups with a metal tray before you, and then servers come in one by one with various pots of curry and rice and other dishes to ladle onto the tray until you eat your fill. Really, they will keep refilling until you tell them to stop. I don't know how people don't just slip into a food coma after all of that. An end-of-the-meal treat is pan, a digestif that's wrapped in a betel leaf.
Just put it full in. And just keep chewing it slowly. Don't swallow it.
Don't swallow?
Keep chewing it slowly, it will disintegrate.
Look, my eyes are watering in that clip, but it was actually kind of refreshing. It was just that it kind of felt like a perfume bomb that went off into your mouth as soon as you started chewing deeply into it. I had been expecting maybe something more like an after-dinner mint. Speaking of dinner, we are going straight into travel vlogger territory because it is all about street food. So, actually, Bengaluru's most famous street food market is only open at nighttime. Vivipuram Food Street, which with 20 or so stalls is Bangalore's largest stretch of local street food, with anything from sweet buns to Chinese food for you to try. It starts around 6 p.m. and goes until midnight. Most advice for coming to Vivipuram says you ought to come here with friends so you can taste more dishes, but well, one day I will have a huge amount of friends in Bangalore, I'm sure, who can accompany me to street food eats at the drop of the hat this time around. This travel was solo for me, and that meant a limited amount of food and
Unfortunately, I can't hold the camera and eat at the same time,
so here's what I concentrated my forever alone person appetite on. Bel puri, puffed rice and pomegranate seeds smothered in a tangy tamarind sauce and topped with sev, which is basically a crunched up chickpea instant noodle. And masala dosa. Ooh, masala dosa. The quintessential savory South Indian crepe with a potato stuffing on the side. So to conclude things, let's take a look at the nightlife. India is actually pretty fond of whiskeys and other liquors. In fact, about half of all whiskey bottles sold around the world are bought in India. So maybe it's not surprising that young and well-to-do Bengaluru is now growing a pretty cool cocktail culture. You'll find prime bar hopping territory on 100 Feet Road, with several beautifully outfitted locations all together in a row. One of those locations is Black Rabbit, which kind of exemplifies the look and feel of New Bangalore. That sexy bohemian rustic decor, an international fusion menu, and locally inspired cocktails like this Currylicious, gin with curry leaves and sweet and sour mix. One interesting thing to note about these places is that while the insides look like something that you can find in New York or Shanghai, the outside of everywhere in Bengaluru was messy, to be generous. Which is to say, it's a city where it seems the people have raced far ahead of the infrastructure. And I've got to respect how they've made this cosmopolitan software work on less than ideal hardware. I think it really speaks to the pace and the ingenuity of what's going on here. So cheers to that, Bengaluru. Well, that's it, and here we are over 3 months later. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can find me on my website or my Instagram. Elaine is XYZ for both. And as always, please comment to let me know what you think. Let me know what I can improve. I'm having a lot of fun doing these, but I'm hoping for a guru to come and show me how to do them better. And yeah, join me next time for whatever it is I happen to be doing.